Item 20 is Mr. Zuma, Dogg. Item 20.
Yes, I'd like to take a minute on this right now, and I'd like to say that they want to spend a lot of money right now on research, technological research for a subscription service. Now, I'd like to say that the city does not have money for this, and here's why. Due to third-party money transaction flips, due to RICO racketeering, due to the fact that LA City Hall has been seized and is under control by an orchestrated mafioso mob, the city does not have money. The general fund has been pilfered. The money has been invested into fake, shill, non-investment grade Wall Street investments and real estate, and we lost. Things like Taylor Yard, when they take the thing and then they sell it to their pal real cheap, and then they sell it to DWP real expensive, and the city loses. And so now the city has no more money. So the last thing we should do right now, when the city of Los Angeles is going bankrupt because the council members here are powerless, we have 15 heads and 1 vote. 15 heads and 1 unanimous vote, and these poor council members, they're going to vote yes. I want a no vote on this, but they're going to vote yes because we're looking at 15 sad puppets who are not able to stand up to the mafia, organized crime, RICO, racketeering. It's called the drug cartel. Okay, and you know, you're giving us long shots and you're not doing close-ups. Let's talk about the 7th Avenue produce market. It ain't nothing to do with produce, okay? It's about taking the loss on insurance for the produce that's spoiled and about what's really being shipped out across the country, okay? And now that's going to be in Weezar's district because he's taking the redistricting. This whole redistricting effort is a mob seizure of the city. We're under RICO racketeering. The mafia mob, the cartel, is in control of City Hall, and the redistricting effort is the heist.
Thank you. Thank you. There's
Yes, it's the headliner
Mr.
of the
Dogg.
Zuma Dogg Show. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Council Puppets, for going along with the orchestrated mob tells you to. Now let's talk about the headline issue. We're talking about rent escrow, and I'm here to say, please release all these off the rent escrow, because there happens to be an FBI investigation into the way that properties are put into the rent escrow through the systematic code of shady enforcement. The building inspector, first of all, it was right. You know, the city council sits here and says they're trying to keep people in homes, and they want people to keep their homes, and they don't want people to lose their homes. But they should tell that to the inspectors that are in the mafioso mob crew that are busted by the FBI for taking bribes, that'll walk right up to your home or your property and say, hey, you got to do this, hey, you got to do that. And you say, well, no, there's no reason to. And they'll say, well, now you got to do this and now you got to do that. And where's my bribe on top? And then before you know it, you find out that the whole thing was a big sham, and you never should have had the fee assessed in the first place, because it's only to be found out that the housing department has been quoting and citing building and safety code, and the court said that that's illegal. It's kind of like Netflix charging you for Blockbuster. You see, you have the housing department and they do their own enforcement, and then you have the building and safety department and they do their own. But oops, there was a little mistake. They thought they were Siamese twins. So you had the housing department that was saying, hey, we're going to cite you for building and safety. And so then you get the fine, and then it goes to lien, and then you don't get to the hearing in time because they sent you the notice late. And so then you lose the property, only to be found that it was an erroneous lien in the first place, and that the whole department's under FBI investigation, baby, because the city of Los Angeles is guilty, guilty, guilty. They've been guilty of illegally citing people and finding them and seizing properties. It's been in the Superior Court, October 11. So you lose, and this is a corrupt organization.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On this item, let's open the roll, and that will be Zuma Dogg, Michael Carrion, and Armanac Norajanian. Mr. Zuma Dogg.
Yes, the cameraman gave Matt a long shot, so I paid back. What everybody's got to realize sitting here in the horseshoe You're dealing with the real-life kingpin in town, baby. I'm the political kingpin on this side of the rope, okay? And I proved that because I could drop anything on any of you at any time, and you're running scared. You ruined your whole weekend. I could tell you exactly what the FBI was interviewing people with last Thursday, okay? It's about housing. All right, so I want total respect, total quiet when I'm talking, okay? By the way, the icon, yeah, LA Weekly, baby. Hey, Ed Reyes, you're walking away, pal. Why don't we talk about your district a little bit, okay? Okay, he's got to go. That's okay. I like Ed Reyes, a sweet spirit. But let's talk about a not sweet spirit, a hairy ape of a beast, Carmen Tutanich, that knucklehead clown of a moron. First of all, I want the city to know that me and Matt Dowd whooped his ass in federal court.
Hey, Zuma, hold your time. Back up a little bit. The mic is cracking.
Yes,
Go.
okay. Thank you. Yes, I'd like to say that me and my pal Matt Dowd whooped Carmen Tutanich's ass, but good in federal court. Didn't even have an attorney. And now this clown of a chump wants to run for DA? What a loser. Meanwhile, you can look at me right here. I'm right there. In the, when it says trampling rights, I'm the one that they're putting in the picture there. All right? And let's talk about Carmen Tutanich, by the way. It's called pay for play. Okay, now he hired Myers-Nave, an outside counsel firm, to drag out our settlement. And I found out that Myers-Nave, a long list of attorneys that contributed to Carmen Tutanich. I don't know why Dennis Zine would want to endorse him. But now that I'm kind of in a bad mood, let's just tell everybody watching that whatever these people do here, it's all a bunch of BS because they're just puppets of the mafioso orchestrated mob. That's why the FBI had to get involved. The FBI is running deep into City Hall, and we got these people right here that are in big trouble. Don't believe a word they say.
Thank you, Mr. Dogg. Michael, Mr. Carey, thank you. Mr. Zuma Dogg.
Yeah, we're talking about the daytime juvenile curfew. I'd like to spend a minute, and this is a sensitive issue, of course. I want to make sure that the kids' rights and First Amendments aren't being trampled upon, because if you look at the LA Weekly, Carmen Tutanich rights trampled. Now, here's what I want to make sure of. With the LAUSD, for example, it's very tough for kids to get to school these days under challenging times, and maybe they have to take care of parents or their relatives, and maybe they're out on the streets when they shouldn't be, and then they might get a little infraction ticket, and then maybe it goes to warrant, and then before you know it, you got the LAPD coming in the schools and like pulling kids out of the schools because of some little infraction, and the parents have to lose work to go to the courts, and then it's on your record. And then I think kids are scared to even go to school because of this. So I just want to really make sure that this is to really get bad people doing bad things, and a lot of innocent kids that are challenged to get to school don't end up getting caught up for city revenue.
Thank you, Mr. Dow.